everybody, and happy Thursday. We made it another week almost down. I know I am excited to head into a Friday and the weekend. So first off, I want to thank you for being here live. If you are tuning in live with me today on Tisha Talks at 4:45, or if you are catching the replay, love when people can go back through, watch it again, comment so that I can also engage in that conversation with you. And speaking of engagement, if you are tuning in live and want to give me a quick shout out, say hello, tell me where you're from, where you're watching. This is being streamed through Facebook, through LinkedIn, and also through my YouTube channel. So there is a comment and a chat box, so feel free to shoot me a message, shoot me a chat, and I can engage with you in real time as I am on this stream. And hey, Linda, I just have to share with you, Linda is someone that has been following my Tisha Talks journey, and today we finally were able to take the online, offline, meeting her for coffee, found out that she's here in Arizona, and yeah, got to meet up with her. Our plans kind of went askew because we were going to meet at Wildflower Bread Company, and then we ended up at a random Starbucks. But hey, right, Linda, that's how it goes. You just roll with the punches. You see what happens with it. But still a great time meeting up with Linda. So thank you, Linda, for connecting with me, for watching Tisha Talks Live, and for being a guest on one of my shows in the past, and for finally meeting up. It was so great to meet her. I always feel that meeting people in person is like the magic. That's the magical moment where all these things come together. All of those conversations you had online start to become just this epic conversation that you have. So yay, Linda, thank you for being here. And today I am unpacking a question I brought up yesterday. You might have seen I spoke yesterday for Arizona State University on the topic of finishing strong. And one of the questions that I posed to the attendees was, do you believe in luck? Do you believe people are lucky? And I was having a great conversation with Linda, of course, about this today, and then also with my dear friend Mario A. Bain. He is the president of Career Concepts for Youth out in Phoenix. This man is incredible. I actually also met him on LinkedIn after he commented on a post of mine, and then we started the conversation and getting to know one another, and found out that he's just an amazing guy. He is my mentor. He is my friend. And as we were talking about luck, I asked him, I was like, do you believe in luck? And I know I say, I don't believe in luck, but I think that as we watch people on social media, we definitely fall into that comparison trap of, and I'm just going to use Linda as an example. Oh, Linda, she's so lucky. Everything comes her way. She's figured it out. Everything she touches turns to gold. Like, we look at people in that sense, but we really don't know the behind the scenes story of what it really took to get them there. So it's false advertising. If you're just going to sit here and look at someone and go, that person is so lucky, everything they get is just comes right to them without any hard work, I'm going to be the first to just like, yeah, I'm just going to be the first to tell you that that is not exactly accurate. That doesn't really happen. Absolutely not. So Mario and I were talking about this, and the way he put this about luck, it was in such great context that I wanted to share it with you. But he talks about luck being simply the discipline, the work, and the patience, those three things, those three ingredients that you have to get the opportunity that you most desire. It's the culmination of everything you've done to get there. And I can't stress that enough, that luck doesn't really exist. What you're seeing is the end product of what someone had to go through to get there. It was the discipline, it was the work, and it was the patience that they had to get there. So you may be asking me, well, Tisha, okay, that's great. I get it from a work standpoint, but what about these people that go to Vegas and strike it rich and win $1 million and all this stuff? And I feel like that's kind of a different kind of luck. And I'm going to share that my in-laws, my husband's parents, I feel like they are the luckiest people. And I'm kind of going against what I say, but I think in a business context, luck doesn't really exist. It really is the hard work that you put in, that discipline and that persistence and that patience that you have to keep striving for what you want. But as far as lucky, like I think you guys know, I just came back from Vegas. I do believe that kind of luck happens in Vegas, though. I do believe that sometimes you're in the right place, the right time. Sometimes that slot machine is just super hot and you happen to be the person that pulls that trigger. So I'm going to just share kind of a funny story of when I was like, wow, I wish I was that lucky person. So a couple years ago, I was made a compromise with my husband that I would take a job. I would take a part-time job. My business was still kind of in this, it was moving, but not fast enough. I knew I wanted to, to level up, but I was like, I need to do something just to help my family in the meantime while I figure my stuff out. And I believe it was May or June of 2019, no, 2018. And I was walking in Vegas. I was on the strip with my husband and my kids. And I just gotten the call that I'd gotten the job, and I was like, oh, like that pit feeling you have of you're like, great, that's not exactly how I saw this playing out, because I really was like, I don't want to get the job. I was doing everything in my power to not get the job, but I ended up getting it. And yes, it was, it was good. It was a good opportunity and so on, but that's not where I wanted to go. So as my husband gets on the phone with his dad says, you're never going to believe this. I just sat down at a Texas Hold'em table. I had my last $5 bill. I put it out there, and then I had to borrow money from, from your mother, get another $5 to max my bet out, and I ended up winning $29,000. Ah, okay, yeah, $29,000 my father-in-law won sitting at a Texas Hold'em table because the cards were in his favor and everything landed exactly was as it was. And I remember my husband telling me, like, as we were walking, he's like, you're never going to believe this. My parents just won $29,000 playing at this Texas Hold'em table. And here I am kind of wallowing in my pity because now I'm like, well, I'm getting a job that's not even paying $29,000 part time and knowing that I have to put in this work. So just kind of a little different context for you on that whole luck scenario. But as I say, luck maybe in different contexts and scenarios can play a part in that. Like if you're in Vegas and you hit the jackpot or you win the lottery. But if we're talking about luck and looking at people and going, wow, that person is lucky, I'm going to say that that doesn't really exist. And I feel like a lot of people would also echo that too, that luck, yeah, it's really that. Again, I'm going to credit Mario for saying this, but it really is that discipline, that work, and that persistence and that patience that come together to get you to that desired outcome or opportunity. So there you have it. There is my question of the day. Do you believe people are lucky? And you've heard it first on what I think of that. I'd love to hear what you think as you're watching the replay and commenting and sharing. What do you guys think about luck? Do you believe in luck? Do you believe that people get lucky? I mean, we can look at so many different stories in history of entrepreneurs and so on, of were they lucky or did they really just work hard for it? And I kind of am looking at like Thomas Edison, right? And I use this in my speech all the time on embracing failure. And I remember in this talk, it was about a reporter going to Thomas Edison and saying, how does it feel to fail 10,000 times? And he was like, I didn't fail 10,000 times. It took me 10,000 tries to get to where I'm at. So I always look at it in that context of, yeah, we might look at the end result of where people are, but we don't know the full story. We can't make a judgment. We can't just sit here and say, oh, you know what, that person is incredibly lucky. Everything they touch just comes right to them. Every opportunity they get comes right to them. They didn't get those opportunities just being. They got those opportunities because of, again, those three things, because of discipline, working hard, and that patience. All right. So I have a couple of comments here. I'm going to throw those up here. Al Gleason, thank you so much for tuning in to Tisha Talks. Says, historically, all of the great philosophers place an emphasis on your thoughts and how they dictate how an individual's life goes. Many that are successful attribute their mindset to their success. Many who believe they were lucky. Some don't work hard. Thoughts? Okay, this is a really great question, and I love this. Thank you so much, Al, for bringing that up. I'm going to say the same thing. I shared this even in my talk last night at ASU on finishing strong, on mindset playing a big role in that. Definitely mindset playing a big role on that. And I know you're saying here, some don't work hard, but here's what I'm going to say to that, that if you are in the proper mindset, if you are as I shared in the book, Think and Grow Rich before, if you are success conscious, if you are constantly thinking about that vision and how to get there, I feel like subconsciously you are working hard at what you want. Maybe it doesn't feel like you're working hard because you're so dialed in to what it is you need to be doing that it doesn't feel like you're doing that hard of work. That's what I'm going to say. I know for me, it's gotten a lot easier as I've, gotten really clear and gotten that clarity of here's what I want to do, here's where I want to go, this is what I want to make, this is when I want to make it. When I've dialed that in and been very crystal clear, that things start to move. And you may look at that as an outsider and go, wow, she's just lucky. But I think I've just mentally trained my mind to say, this is what I want and this is what I'm going for. I'm eliminating all those distractions, I'm keeping focused, I'm moving forward, and then it just starts to seamlessly move. So Al, that's what I would say to that I agree. I think that some people may contribute that to, wow, that person's lucky, but I think it's having the right mental frame of mind and just having that right mindset that you start to move in that direction. So when you're like, I'm barely working, like I look at it this way, I'm like, wow, I'm barely working and things are just coming to me. The money is flowing, the income's flowing, the impact that I'm making is huge. I really like that because I'm like, I'm doing it and it's just because I'm in the right mindset. So, yes, what is the work? So, you asked here too, what is the work is more of a question. I agree, Al. The work is really you mentally preparing for those things those things that are going to come to you. It's the opportunities that are coming your way because you were mentally prepared to make those things happen. Those opportunities start to come to you because you're already thinking that you already in possession of that. You're already moving in that direction. Yes, Bruce, I'm actually wearing purple today, but it looks like blue, just I think because of my camera. But yeah, he says, Tisha Marie Pelletier, so good in blue, so clear in your mindset. Yes, mindset plays a huge part of that. Last night when I was speaking to ASU students, and I was sharing this with Linda earlier, that I was not saying anything new. I mean, mindset, who else doesn't talk about mindset? Every single person that I know talks about mindset and focus as being those things to really catapult you to success. So you have to be in that right frame of mind. You have to be focused. You've got to let the distractions go. And I think that's when you start to get really clear. And yes, Al, I think that's when you finally understand what work needs to be done to get you there. Again, you need to be clear on what you're doing. You need to be clear on the destination of where you want to go. And then you back up the how with what are the tactics, the strategies, the work that you need to be doing. So yeah, good stuff. And then Linda commenting back that truth, so many steps to get in alignment. Yes, alignment is a big word. Hey, I might even make that my word for 2021, alignment, because we all have to be in alignment with that vision in order to make that thing happen, in order to get to where we want to be. So all great questions and comments, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Linda also saying, I do love attraction. Yes, isn't it the craziest thing when you're walking in your purpose and you are doing the things that you love to do, those opportunities start to come your way. You start to naturally attract those things to you. And yes, the outsider can be saying that person is so lucky, but they're wrong. It's not really luck. It's that you're so dialed in and those opportunities start to flow to you because you know exactly who you are, what you want to do, where you want to be, and all of that. And you are kind of manifesting that out there. I'm manifesting that I want more speaking gigs, and then I get more speaking gigs. Is that lucky, or is that me saying, this is exactly what I want, and people are listening and they're being attracted to what I'm saying? So great stuff tonight. Thank you so much. We're at 5 o'clock and I want to be considerate of your time too. Hey, Dan Dominguez from the Y Institute saying the harder you work, the luckier you get. Yes, Dan, earlier we were talking about how luck is really about three things, and I credit my friend and my mentor, Mario Bain, for saying this. He talks about luck being the discipline, the hard work, and the patience that you put in that are the culmination of the opportunities that come your way. So you're right. Like when you work hard, then those things start to happen. Hey, look at this. My mentor, he's on today. Luck, like love, has various degrees. In the entrepreneurial arena, the power of betting on yourself with a clear vision of work, discipline, patience, and mindset equates to luckiness. Great topic. Thank you. Thank you. This, my friends, is Mario Bain, my mentor, who I've just been giving him so much love and shout outs tonight because we got on the subject. I was talking to him about the speech I was giving at ASU and how I wanted to talk about luck and how people look at others and they're just like, oh man, that person's so lucky. But just like Mario was saying, it has various degrees, especially in the entrepreneurial. Now, I'm not talking about Vegas. Like, that's a totally different story. That's just like you happen to be in the right place, right time, and you hit that jackpot. Like, I would love to be one of those people. That has never happened to me. I think the most I've ever made is like $200. But when we're talking about entrepreneurial arenas and your work ethic and your mindset, that all plays such a big role into what you perceive as luck. Like, I can sit here and say, I am so lucky because I have all of these opportunities. But if I rewind my story, I look at all of the things I had to do to get to that opportunity. And again, it boils down to being disciplined, working hard, having persistence, having patience, all of those things in combination. All right. Dan saying, I can't wait to listen to the recording from last night. You did a great job, but I missed the beginning. Yeah, thank you so much. You know, I listened to, I talked to the folks over at ASU. They said it was the best attended webinar they've ever had, you know, great turnouts and so forth. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited to be able to help people finish this year strong with some practical tips and some knowledge and strategies and so forth that it's not just to use in 2020. I mean, let's keep it real. You can use these strategies just like Mario and Al and everyone else have been saying on this live. You can use these every single year with every single project, with every single task that you take on. It's not new principles. It's just the way that I decided to express those things. So yes, Dan, I can't wait for you to listen to it. I felt like I was talking a mile a minute. Linda can probably attest. She was also on it. But I was like, I need a drink of water. Like, I was just going with it. And it was fun. It was a high energy, of course. So, all right, guys, that is going to end today's Tisha Talks Live, being that it's just after 5 here and dinner is waiting. So I will catch you guys later. I have a great guest coming on next Tuesday, and then we are taking Thanksgiving off, just like you should. So just one Tisha Talks Live next week on Tuesday, the 24th. And yeah, hope to see you. And if you're catching the replay on this, love to hear those thoughts as well. So you can join in on the conversation. You can send me a comment on the replay and I'll catch that too. And Linda saying, you did great. Thank you, Linda. I so appreciate that. It's really great when my just my supporters step up to also, you know, sit on that webinar with me to give me some feedback. So thanks, everyone. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And I'll catch you back next Tuesday for another series of Tisha Talks Live at 4:45. See you guys.